Hi guys, I hope you all are doing great. My name is Sarmad Iqbal and today I'm going to talk about an Israeli TV series on Netflix which is known as Fauda. Fauda means chaos in Arabic. This series has been a subject of much controversy as well as much popularity globally. It has been a huge phenomenon, it has been a huge success. I recently came across this series and I was thrilled by it. I was able to understand many layers of the Israeli Arab conflict. I was not able to understand those layers of the conflict in any other previous movie or TV series that I had watched about the conflict. I was thrilled and I was intrigued by the way Fauda humanizes the entire conflict. It humanizes the Arab side of the conflict too. It doesn't just show that Arabs are the bad guys and Israelis are the good guys. It shows that there can be good folks on both sides of the conflict. If there are Israeli civilians who are dying, who are paying a price for the conflict they didn't want to be included in, there are Arab civilians, there are Palestinians as well who are dying, who are being killed, who are being harmed just because of the mistakes or the ill motives of some bad guys or some terrorists. So I think this way this series has been an amazing initiative in this regard, that it has humanized the conflict. It has not shown Arabs only as the bad guys, it has shown characters like Dr. Shirin, who was a Palestinian nurse, returned from France. She has this love affair with the commander of Israeli undercover team, Doron. So that angle shows us that how things can be different. There are different stakeholders, there are different characters involved in these conflicts, in conflicts like these. So to think of such conflicts as something black and white, I think it won't be a right thing. And Fauda has opened my eyes to this reality that it's not as simple as that Hamas fires a rocket into some Israeli city or town and Israel fires back with airstrikes. There are many civilians involved, there are undercover teams as well I was not aware of. I didn't know what Mistagavim was. Mistagavim is an undercover unit of the Israeli army about which this whole TV series is, and Doron, who's the leading character, is the commander of that Mistagavim. So it's an exciting and an interesting TV series, and I think it's an amazing one, and everyone has to watch it, regardless of whatever your political leaning is, whatever your political inclination is, or your stance is on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. By boycotting the art or any production like this, you do harm to the artists, and I don't think harming artists is the right way of approaching anything on this subject. So you need to support art, you need to consume a product of art just like the way it is. Don't politicize it. So I would say, I would recommend to watch it and then come up with your own review of it. As far as I'm concerned, I can clearly say that I'm thrilled, I'm intrigued, and it has left many questions in my mind. So Fauda was really thought-provoking. It was really something that pushes you to understand and to undergo a thinking process on the entire conflict. And I think it's been an amazing effort by the directors and the writers, and especially Leo Raz and Avi Sakharov and all the people who have been involved in this series. I was also able to learn a lot of Arabic and Hebrew words for the first time through Fauda. I already knew some of the Arabic because my language, Urdu, it's very close to Arabic. It actually comes from Arabic. So Arabic is the mother language and Urdu is the daughter. But Hebrew words I didn't really know much. So it's for the first time I came across them. For example, ma, which means what. Makoge means what has happened. And there were many Arabic terms and phrases which were frequently used in the series, and I was also familiarized with them with the help of this series, such as Shu Ismak, which means what's your name, Shu Rayak, which means what's your opinion, and if you want to say I know everything, you would say Barif Kulli Shay. So I was familiarized, I was made familiar with these two great languages, beautiful languages representing two beautiful cultures and civilizations and religions. I really enjoyed this part of the series too, learning the two languages, two Semitic languages.